In this video, I head out in the Aussie bush to have a taste of what it was like to camp 100 years ago. I join up with Scotty from Southernland Bushcraft, and we head to a big granite boulder deemed Bushranger's Rock, decked out in gear that could have been used by the classic Aussie Bushranger. We experiment with some primitive styles of fire starting, run into some wildlife, and sleep by the fire out in the open in the dead cold of winter to wake up to some beautiful views. This trip really was about capturing the spirit of the traditional Aussie Bushman, something that both Scott and myself are captivated by. With modern ways of camping being the norm, it's intriguing to look back in time to how the old fellas used to do things and give it a crack ourselves. The Australian Bushman was an eclectic mix of different folks, from swagmen and squatters, drovers and settlers, to the iconic Bushranger. An outlaw of society, he learned to live in the harsh Australian landscape by necessity and is famous for his hardiness out in the bush. Making do with what they came by, and with limited gear, they could spend long times out in the wild, often in cold conditions.
Alright, g'day everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm here with Scotty from Southernland Bushcraft, and today we're doing a real traditional kind of swag camp, or you could say we're trying to go as 1800 bushrangers to a place called Bushranger Rock. And yeah, the whole idea is just trying to bring gear and food that it could have been found in the late 1800s or, you know, early 1900s.
Scotty has a channel called Southernland Bushcraft, and he has a wealth of knowledge that he shares about traditional ways of living and camping, primitive fire methods, shelter building, trapping, and more. I'm always impressed with some of the things he shares online that he has managed to create using old methods, and his gear for this trip, which he shows later, is a reflection of that.
Here we are, Bushranger's Rock. This is where we'll hopefully spend the night tonight. Have a little fire.
Pretty good.
Alright, so this is Scotty from Southernland Bushcraft, and just going to get you to go through your gear and what you've packed for this trip, if that's alright.
Yeah, no dramas.
Sweet.
So I've got with me, this is the traditional swag. Inside here is 2 wool blankets and a wool jumper as well for later on tonight, but pretty basic, and an oilskin tarp. The tarp's from Swagman Outfitters. Really good tarp, and yeah, in conjunction with the wool blankets should be pretty right tonight. Also a oilskin haversack that usually just carries my flask with
a bit of drink in there.
Yeah, secret bit of a drink. Got the pipe, of course.
Perfect.
And we've also got this here. This is a handmade by myself little frying pan that I blacksmithed up a little while back as well. And we've got a quart pot and cup. And inside that I've got some coffee and a spoon and just a bit of a cotton rag in there. And of course our canvas water carrier as well. Stole it from the South Australian government.
I can see that. As a bushranger does.
Yeah. And just a food sack with some basics in there, some spam and all that good stuff. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's great.
That's really about it. We tried to stay as traditional as we sort of can on this trip, and yeah, take a step back in time.
Alright, so for my gear today, first of all I've got the whole swag, which is basically, it's not my swag, it's just 2 tarps. Actually the ground sheet is an old sack that you would have had flour or something like that in. That's my ground sheet. 2 woolen blankets as well in there, and then yeah, the tarp, and just carrying it with a bit of hessian as a shoulder strap. This is a antique billy that I have as well. Obviously cook up my damper in there, and inside that I've got my flour bag with, yeah, obviously flour for cooking up damper. I've got my sling bag, so carrying all my stuff in here. Also, this is my pipe. It's a falcon pipe. As well as that, I've got this knife, which only got pointed out to me recently by Scott, that it's a 1946, what was it? You said army?
Yeah, military issue.
Military issue knife. So he's stoked I got that. This is my old man's knife that found in his shed. So you always find treasure in sheds, farm sheds. Antique glass bottle as well. I'm not sure what they would have used this for. What's that say? Not to be taken. Poison. It says poison on it. So yeah, this would have carried poison, but using it to carry water. It's pretty old, and I've sanitized it, so it should be all right. Yep, got beans as well to go with the damper, and then flint and steel, and a little tin of tobacco there as well. So yeah, that's basically what I've brought. Oh, one more thing. This actually is an antique lantern. I think I dated this to 1930s, around there, and it's actually made in London. So yeah, we're going to use this instead of a torch tonight. And that's basically it. Trying to go as old school as I can for this trip. Your goannas in there?
Not today, I don't think. Just looking for mainly more of the inner barks.
Yep.
Generally.
A bit drier, is it?
Yeah, drier, and it's a bit of it holds together better rather than the outside stuff. The outside stuff will tend to break up and just fall away.
Yeah.
So it just pays to take your time, walk around, just have a look, and peel the dead standing stuff open, and yeah, have a play with it and see if it's going to be suitable. That's pretty good, but we obviously need more than that.
Yep.
Service well.
Make bloody thatching out of that.
Yeah, like a hut.
Little hut.
So we'll be able to use the inner barks of this.
So where did you learn all this stuff? Did you self-taught, or you
all
did
self-taught.
courses, or no?
No, all self-taught. Just always had a passion for it, I guess, and a lot of reading about it. And,
Oh yeah, books and stuff. Or?
yeah, and then just going out and putting it all to the test, I guess.
Yep.
And figuring out, how and why does it work. It's taken a long time to learn.
Yeah. Big bird's nest.
Yeah. That's where our ember will hopefully sit.
Yep.
And we'll blow it into life.
There you go.
We'll see. Too soft, but it doesn't seem too bad. That'll become.
Yep. Hold that.
Bear down on. There's plenty to play with. Stringing up the bow I don't do anything too fancy, I just wrap it around and then hold it with my hand.
Yeah, yeah.
It should just sort of
Click in like that.
fall in.
Yep.
So yeah, the advantage of the bow drill is that we've got that mechanical advantage. But there's a bit more technique to it. Start up slow, using the full length of the bow.
The bow drill was not a common form of fire starting in old Australia. The Indigenous preferred the hand drill, while the old bushies relied on flint and steel. After trying for a while, it was apparent the materials we were using were just not doing the trick. And it was incredible to realise how sensitive this type of fire starting is to so many different factors. From the season we are in, moisture content in the air and the wood, the density, strength and softness of the materials being used. It was unfortunate for us that the ideal types of Aussie wood for the bow drill were in scarcity in this particular area. But hang around until the end because we tried again the next day in a new area with more success.
Unfortunately, we've been trying a whole bunch of different methods using different kinds of woods, and I guess it's just not clicking. It's just not the right wood. It's making us work. We're both buggered. Might have to just go for the flint and steel to make fire tonight. So yep. Oh, bugger. There we go. So with this, do you enclose it tightly as well?
Yeah, just encase it and just light breaths to begin with, just real gently. Yeah, just close it like right.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Too easy, huh?
Yeah.
And that's how easy flint and steel is. Spending bloody hours.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, beautiful. Wow.
Oh, all that mucking around. It's the fun of it though, isn't it?
Oh, that's it. Yep.
It's bed tonight. My ground sheet, 2 woolen blankets, and I'll chuck that on top of me if it rains. Cheers.
Yeah.
Alright, so traditionally the old fellas would have cooked up damper, which is just flour, salt, mixed with water, and usually they'd cook it straight on the coals, but I'm going to cook it up in the billy as a bit of a camp oven. This will be interesting. I don't have a chopping board, so make the damper here. flick a few on top.
Just like that.
Yeah, that smells good. Yeah, they're big on their chai in Africa.
Are they?
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, right.
There we go. That actually looks pretty good. I'm getting it out after.
Bit of roughage.
And then my breakfast can just go stored back in the tucker bag. Beautiful. And then to go with dinner, a bit of tea. So I've got tea leaves here. This is actually chai. It smells really good. This is from Fern and Sea Chai in Tilba, New South Wales.
Is it? Do you want some salt?
Yeah, that's it. I've got a small jump on chopper.
So the idea for tonight, plenty of firewood, just lay it long ways across there and sleep on either side, keep us warm during the night, because yeah, no sleeping bags tonight, just the woolen blankets. See how we go.
Yeah. Oh, that feels comfy as.
Here's my bed. Fire to keep us warm. Scott's over there, overlooking Bushranger Rock, so we can keep a lookout. Might show us your traditional swag here.
So it's just pretty basic. It's just 2 woolen blankets. This one here is a larger one, like a queen size, and then this one's a little bit smaller, and I just wrapped it up, and basically I'll just slide in like you would normally, like a sleeping bag.
Beautiful. And this is oilskin?
Yep, oilskin tarp. Yeah, I've had it for a long time and it's been really good. And then I've just got a deer skin that I tanned that I'll use as a pillow.
Beautiful. Now, don't have to smell it. This fella was just chilling under Scott's deer skin. Scotty was sitting right on top of him, that's why he looks a bit busted up. It's always nice to know when you're sleeping out in the open, there's Morning everyone. So pretty good sleep last night. Definitely felt very cold, but having that long fire there next to it kept me warm in the night. So every hour and a half stoke it up and keep it going, and that was definitely really good having that there. Yeah, no worries. He was snug and sleeping in his 2 queen size woolen blankets, so he didn't feel the cold. That was amazing seeing a little snake underneath Scotty's seat last night, and trying to think what it was. Could have been a little baby tiger, not sure, but yeah, interesting having that around. Never seen that before, especially in the winter. Wouldn't think that would be there. So yeah, we're just packing up this morning. After this sunrise, we're going to go walk to another little spot and see if we can find some new material to try and do the bow drill again and give it one more crack.
I just hope there's not moisture in it.
In the centre.
Yeah. Slipping a bit, I think. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. So, we've worked long and hard for this one. I'm just going to let it build for a minute.
Sure.
There it is there. I'm just going to try and protect it from the wind.
Yeah.
So yeah, with teamwork.
A lot of teamwork.
We've got there and perseverance. It has been a real challenge, hasn't it?
A lot of moisture.
A lot of moisture, a lot of wind. Difficulties, but and just messing around with different material too, wasn't it?
There we go.
A lot of moisture in the tinder as well.
Yeah, okay.
There we have it.
That's it. Man makes fire.
We have fire. at long last. Now we can boil water. I think we need a brew after this, mate.
Yeah, I know.
We can't waste it.
What a fun adventure to bring things back to basics and really try to capture the spirit of the old fellas. At one moment in the middle of the night, I awoke shivering cold and quickly loaded the fire back up. As I lay there getting warm and falling asleep in nothing but a woolen blanket, I couldn't help but be stoked at the idea of what we were doing, and for one brief moment, I was almost able to imagine I had transported back in time. Meeting up with Scotty and being able to share in his knowledge was a huge benefit, and has only inspired me to push myself more with this type of living and camping out bush. I encourage you to check out his channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for plenty more adventures out in the Aussie bush.